Listen. You smell something?
Skunk Works. A group with a high degree of autonomy and unhampered by bureaucracy. This is Skunk Works.
Watch the Skunk Works Show live right now at skunkworkshow.com.
The Skunk Works Show, powered by Iron Laboratories.
Welcome. I'm your host today, Ryan. You're listening to The Skunk Works Show. Sitting in with us today is Uncle Skunky, Alicia, and Chelsea. You can watch us every week from 4 to 5 at skunkworkshow.com. That's right, you can watch us every week at theskunkworkshow.com. We have a full tray for you today. Here's Alicia with the rundown.
Hi, I'm Alicia. On today's show we have the news, a new 420 Song of the Week, Man on the Street, our interview of the week, Ashley Weber, Justin Jenkins with the West Coast Story, and Uncle Skunky with the Medical Bud Report.
All right, so we do have a full tray for you. What is it? It's mid-August? It's the 15th, 16th? What's today's date, guys? We're coming to the end of the summer. So, you know, we have blown through. It's the 16th. Everybody's scrambling, going, what day is it? What day is it? It's the 16th. So we've ran through the summer almost. We got, let's call it a month of summer because it stretches in September. Kids are in school and the parents can go to the beach and get on the boat for a couple minutes by themselves. So, but we've kicked out 12 shows. This is lucky number 12 that you're sitting in here with us. And, you know, we've had a good time. So we're looking forward to the fall and some of the big announcements that we have coming next week. We have some cool things to talk about next week. Of course, we have cool things to talk about today. But, you know, we're going to move forward. We're going to hopefully sign another deal here next week and put another 13 to 15 show package together for you. So we're hoping you're going to stick with us and go to the website, as always, skunkworkshow.com. We have cool things up there all the time. All our past shows are up there. Man on the Street's up there. Song of the Week, the 420 song. What else is up there? There's an interview.
There is an interview.
From Channel 25.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I was on the news, the local Flint news, the Friday before the High Times Cannabis Cup. Not that you don't hear me talk enough, but if you want a little more, you can go there and check it out. And then, like, what were you saying, Chelsea?
Oh, is there 420 nurses on there as well?
I don't think we have any pictures of the 420 nurses, but since you brought it up, they're going to be here next week. I think we got like 5 of them coming in.
Very cool, full house.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-ring circus. Get them all. I think I'm going to get a Jello pit, so we can just throw them in Jello and have 420 Jello wrestling. If any of you girls are hearing me, I'm just kidding, of course. They don't allow Jello in the studio. But we could do it in the parking lot, and that'd be awesome. So
we can broadcast from my backyard. That's fine for the Jello pit. I've been talking about that for a year now.
So, all right. There you go. See? So, possibly Jello in our near future and 420 nurses. Sounds like they go well together. Who doesn't like Jello?
I love Jello.
All right, see? There you go. So, that's cool.
As long as it's sugar-free for Uncle Skunky.
No. Right. All right, we got to have 2 pits because I'm a sugar junkie. So we got to have the sugar-free and then the regular. We'll put whipped cream in the regular pit so we can tell the difference.
And that means we need more 420 nurses as well.
Well, there's 5.
We need 6.
Oh, all right.
You have to have even, always even.
All right, always even. So if you girls are listening, we need 6 girls. All right, we've wasted, our intro, and we're headed to break. We'll be back in 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and we'll go from there.
Watch the Skunk Works Show live on skunkworkshow.com.
The Skunk Works Show, powered by Iron Laboratories.
At Iron Laboratories, our mission is to apply the highest scientific standards to the testing of medical marijuana and derivative cannabis-based products. Iron Laboratories achieves this through the strict application of and adherence to methodologies that have been developed in research, regulatory, and academic settings. Consumer safety directs everything we do at Iron Laboratories. Our role as providers of product information to patients, caregivers, and producers is critical. The purity of the medicines that you put in your body is critically important, and we value the trust you put in us to evaluate and accurately report on these products. In addition, Iron Laboratories will continue to contribute to the industry knowledge base, setting benchmarks and establishing norms to create safer cannabis products. Give us a call at 248-313-9000 or visit our website at ironlaboratories.com. Again, that's 248-313-9000, ironlaboratories.com.
Folks, here's some food for thought. Every year, over 400,000 people die of illness related to tobacco use. Over 80,000 die from alcohol use. Over 30,000 die from reactions related to prescription medication. And more than 7,000 people die from the use of anti-inflammatory drugs such as aspirin. Aspirin. Do you know how many die from the use of marijuana? 0. No deaths can be directly linked to the use of cannabis. That makes it one of the safest substances available for medical use. Michigan Organic Solutions, Flint's premier medical marijuana consultants, is now offering compassionate doctor referrals. Get licensed for only $99. You only pay if you qualify. No medical records are required. Located at 3549 South Road Highway, Suite 117, just across from the Dord Mall. Call 810-820-8953 or go online to make your appointment at www.miorganicsolutions.com. Consultations are free and your privacy is guaranteed. Log on now to www.miorganicsolutions.com.
Refusing to grow hemp in America during the 17th and 18th centuries was against the law. It was legal, however, to pay your taxes with hemp until the early 1800s.
Snoop Dogg is claiming that he smoked weed in the White House.
2 steps higher, your old school head shop has your full selection of smoking needs. Water pipes, hand pipes, concentrate accessories, vaporizers, rolling papers, detox products, women's clothing, t-shirts, disc golf, skateboards, and hookahs, bitch. Hit us up for your Dirt Fest tickets, too. Check us out online at twostepshigher.com or give us a call, 655-0032.
The Skunk Works Show, powered by Iron Laboratories.
Attention all units, this is Sergeant Stadenko. Attention all units, this is Sergeant Stadenko. We are changing from a Code 3 direct pursuit to a Code 347. Completely lost due to incompetence.
All right, we're back. Did you miss us? Probably. All right, we have got a lot coming up. As we said, it's coming to the close of the summer here in Michigan. But there's some really cool events coming up within the next 2 weeks. Labor Day weekend is huge because, as most people know, that is the weekend that they have the Mackinac Bridge Walk, where they close down 2 lanes of the bridge and you actually can walk across the bridge. Michigan Normal has been doing this now for 3 years. I believe this is going to be the 4th year. And it's a really, really cool event. We have anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people from Michigan Normal that show up and wear the shirts, and they go trickling across the bridge with their No More shirts on, and people are all excited, and it's just a really, really cool event. So if you haven't done it before, you need to do it. There's nothing like walking over that bridge and just seeing the beautiful scenery, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, the Lower Peninsula. And once you complete the walk, they give you a cool little certificate, which is really nice, and it's numbered. You know, it has a number on it, and it tells you what number you are crossing over the bridge. But all the stores in Mackinac City have numbers posted in their windows that coincide with these certificates. And if your number on your certificate is a match to what's in the window, they have prizes, you know, like fudge or T-shirts or different cool things, you know, that they give out. So, you know, the really cool thing is after the normal people walk, we usually meet at the Michigan Welcome Center. Everybody grabs something to eat, and then we go cruise through the town and see if anybody's won anything.
Awesome.
So it's really cool. There's another cool event that's coming up at the same weekend, and it's in Traverse City. Why don't you tell us about that, Chelsea?
Yeah, we have the 8th Michigan Medical Marijuana Conference coming up. It's in Traverse City at the Grand Traverse Resort. Big to do. It'll be our 8th conference we've put on via the Triple M Report magazine. Triple M. We've got grow classes, how to grow, how to make candies. We've got a legal panel talking about, upcoming decisions in Lansing.
Maybe something about 4271, discussions about that.
Yep, we're going to be touching base on that.
There's a cup, too, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, it's the second green cup. That's going to be a good one, yep. If you are a grower and you want to have some bragging rights, submit your strains. Entry forms are found online at mimedicalmarijuanaconference.com.
Is Michigan Organics a drop-off point?
Yes, it is.
That's what I heard.
Yep.
So people that are in the Flint area, Saginaw Bay City area, instead of driving to Walled Lake, you can go to Michigan Organics on Dort Highway across from the Dort Mall and drop your samples. But they need to be there by Thursday, is that right?
I believe so.
I think Thursday's your cutoff. So if you don't want to make that trip to Walled Lake, which your deadline's going to be Friday, save yourself an hour drive and get to Michigan Organics, and they'll help you out and get that med, tested where, and everything will be cool. So
and there should be grow shop vendors and glass vendors too.
Yep. We're also going to have a glass blowers competition out at the conference. That's going to be a really fun time, too.
Have you ever done this event?
Yes, in Grand Rapids.
Nice.
I went 2 winters ago.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
A lot of fun. We're going to have some keynote speakers, physicians for PTSD screening. So if you or anyone that you know suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, and definitely come on out and see what you can do. Also, Saturday, August 30th, up north, there's a Michigan Normal meeting at Archie's Why Not Sanctuary. He's got 28 acres. There's free camping. There's a huge stage. 7 bands will be playing. It's welcome to family, friends, members of Normal. And
I believe Stacy and the Cannabis will be there.
They will be there, yep. For more information on that, you can visit the website at minormal.org. That's NORML. And that's up in Rapid City, so not far from the conference. Should be a well-rounded weekend, that's for sure.
That's
definitely
excellent.
fun.
All right. Well, now here's Chelsea, which you've already heard, Chelsea, but now here's Chelsea with the news brought to you by the Michigan Medical Marijuana Report.
Thank you. A few bits of news out of Canada. First off, we're going to start with British Columbia. Medicated food and other forms of cannabis-infused products sees Court of Appeals for reconsideration. A British Columbia Court of Appeals judge has ruled that it is unconstitutional to forbid licensed medical marijuana users from possessing and accessing other forms of medical marijuana, i.e., candies, cookies, tinctures, salves, things of that nature. Health Canada recently shifted their medical marijuana program out of the caregivers' hands and at home growers. So right now it is going through a definite transition, and Health Canada has 1 year to put together some sort of program that includes other forms of marijuana for these patients that are desperately in need of it.
Right.
Out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada's Prince of Pot returns home with a warm welcome from a 5-year prison sentence. Mr. Mark Emery, known in Canada as the Prince of Pot, returned to Canada after being released from a 5-year stint in U.S. federal custody after selling marijuana seeds from Canada to the U.S. So
he was down south last year, and they are I forget the date, but they got out,
had
but
him
then
held,
he went to jail in Canada. Now he just got out there too. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Big ordeal with that. He had to be extradited out of the U.S. back to Canada. Oh, I'm sorry, the other way around, from Canada back to the U.S. so he could do that jail time. And
now he's back to Canada.
Yep.
And now
he
he's
was
a free
just
man.
released. Yep. And he and his wife Jody are planning a 30-city activism tour for this year to encompass the Liberal Party message for the upcoming election in Canada, as well as promote marijuana legalization for 2015 in Canada. So lots going on in Canada right now, and Well, stay tuned for more info on that.
We need to get him. We've got to find him.
Oh, yeah. You know, my parents went to Vancouver 6 or 7 years ago, and they ran into him, and they actually got to smoke a doobie with the man. And
wow. A medical doobie, of course.
A medical doobie, yeah. And they had quite a fascinating conversation with the gentleman. So.
Excellent. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to share a little news, too, something real quick that I read in the paper, that Wiz Khalifa, you know, he got in trouble for, I think, a couple medical joints.
Yeah, possession in Texas. Yep.
Yes, and so he never showed up to court, so now he cannot go back to Texas.
He was on a late-night talk show when he was supposed to be in court, actually.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, very interesting.
You would think somebody like that has some financial resources would just go handle their business. Most people are afraid of court because they don't have the proper representation or the money to obtain that. But if I had a couple dollars in my pocket, obviously like him, you just want to get that stuff handled. It's going to be a lot easier on you if you just go and get it done.
And he's on tour right now, so if he had 3 or 4 cities in that state alone, that could be a few $1 million.
Oh, they'll pluck him up like a strawberry out of the patch. Come on, son.
If they can find him. I mean, he's so busy. I mean, he's really never in one...
he just can't go to that state again.
Right.
That's all.
At all?
Until he... fixes the problem.
I think Snoop Dogg had an issue at one point like that, too.
Oh, all over. He had one in Sweden, a couple in Texas. Yeah.
You know, it's like
I think 2 in Sweden.
Get them done. You know, I think it's, you know, it's silly if you have the means. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've been caught up in court before, and I've missed a court date here and there just over simple driving just because I was afraid or, you know, not wanting to deal with it. And I can tell you from experience, it's easier just to go in there and get it done because if they have to chase you, they're a lot less friendly once they do catch you. It turns into, oh, you were hiding from us? So, all right. Sniffer's coming. That means we got our 420 song of the week. Anybody who wants to win a vape pen should call, which everybody should want to win. It's 810-743-8255. 810-743-TALK, and you can win a vape pen. All you got to do is tell me what last week's 420 song is.
Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
Submit your request for a 420 Song of the Week at skunkworkshow.com.
The Skunk Works Show, powered by Iron Laboratories.
Folks, here's some food for thought. Every year, over 400,000 people die of illness related to tobacco use. Over 80,000 die from alcohol use. Over 30,000 die from reactions related to prescription medication. And more than 7,000 people die from the use of anti-inflammatory drugs such as aspirin. Aspirin. Do you know how many die from the use of marijuana? 0. No deaths can be directly linked to the use of cannabis. That makes it one of the safest substances available for medical use. Michigan Organic Solutions, Flint's premier medical marijuana consultants, is now offering compassionate doctor referrals. Get licensed for only $99. You only pay if you qualify. No medical records are required. Located at 3549 South Dord Highway, Suite 117, just across from the Dord Mall. Call 810-820-8953 or go online to make your appointment at www.miorganicsolutions.com. Consultations are free and your privacy is guaranteed. Log on now to www.miorganicsolutions.com.
In 1938, hemp was called the billion-dollar crop.
I paid $1 billion for that piece of shit.
2 Steps Higher, your old school head shop, has your full selection of smoking needs. Water pipes, hand pipes, concentrate accessories, vaporizers, rolling papers, detox products, women's clothing, t-shirts, disc golf, skateboards, and hookahs, bitch! Hit us up for your Dirt Fest tickets, too. Check us out online at twostepshigher.com or give us a call, 655-0032.
At Iron Laboratories, our mission is to apply the highest scientific standards to the testing of medical marijuana and derivative cannabis-based products. Iron Laboratories achieves this through the strict application of and adherence to methodologies that have been developed in research, regulatory, and academic settings. Consumer safety directs everything we do at Iron Laboratories. Our role as providers of product information to patients, caregivers, and producers is critical. The purity of the medicines that you put in your body is critically important, and we value the trust you put in us to evaluate and accurately report on these products. In addition, Iron Laboratories will continue to contribute to the industry knowledge base, setting benchmarks and establishing norms to create safer cannabis products. Give us a call at 248-313-9000 or visit our website at ironlaboratories.com. Again, that's 248-313-9000, ironlaboratories.com.
The Skunk Works Show, powered by Iron Laboratories.
Attention all units, attention all units, this is Sergeant Stadenko. Attention all units, this is Sergeant Stadenko. We are changing from a Code 3 direct pursuit to a Code 347. Completely lost due to incompetence.
All right, that was another quick 2-minute, 30-second break. That was our 420 Song of the Week. You can call anytime during the show until we're off air. You got about a half hour left. If you want to tell me what last week's 420 song is, 810-743-8255. Win a vape pen. I mean, I guess if you all have vape pens and you don't want to win anything, don't call. But if you want to win, you can call us right now.
Who wouldn't want a second or third vape pen?
Yeah, or one for your mom.
So,
Man on the Street's coming up. So kick back, check out Man on the Street, and we'll be back with you with our interview of the week.
Flint called the Skunk Works Show.
Skunk Works?
Skunk Works Show.
Skunk. Animal.
That's right.
Got
Absolutely.
it. Turn down for what?
Hey, can we get you for a street interview? All right, come on over. Let's talk to you guys. We're with the Skunk Works Show. We air in Flint, Michigan. Where do you guys live?
I live in Royal Oak.
Troy. Are you guys medical marijuana patients by chance?
No.
What do you feel about medical marijuana? Are you pro, con? Should it be legal?
I haven't really thought about it, to be honest.
Perfectly fine with it, to be honest with you.
For medical use or full legalization?
I have friends that use it for medical reasons, and I have no problems with it whatsoever. And also for full utilization. I don't enjoy the taste of it, but I'm fine with my friends using it.
So if people choose to medicate with whatever chemical, that's fine as long as they're responsible.
Exactly. Sure.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. And your name was?
Sarah?
Kevin.
All right, Kevin, Sarah, thank you. You guys have a good night. How you guys doing? All right. My name is Ryan. I do a radio show called the Skunk Works Show in Flint, Michigan. Are you guys cannabis users?
No.
No.
Do you know anybody that's a cannabis user?
Yes.
Yes.
So you've seen cannabis and heard of it. You're familiar. What's your stance on Michigan's medical marijuana law? Are you for it, against it? Can you tell me why?
For it. Because it helps people in their pain with lupus like I got.
And cancer,
Yes.
like my sister had.
So what do you think about legalization? Because a lot of the government officials would have you believe that that's the next step. Are you for legalization in a responsible way?
Yes.
In a responsible way, yes.
Yes, we are.
So if it was controlled like alcohol, you would have no problem with it.
Exactly. Yes. Controlled. Yes.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.
All right, you too. Take care. Go Tigers.
Hi, how you doing? My name's Ryan. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I do a radio show called the Skunk Works Show.
Awesome.
Where are you from?
From Pontiac.
From Pontiac. Are you pro or against medical marijuana in the state of Michigan?
Might as well be pro. It's going to come.
Do you feel that it should be legal for anybody 21 or over?
It should be legal just because it's not going to be illegal anywhere else.
There you go. So you see it moving as legalization in the United States?
That way, and it might as well make it taxable.
So get some revenue.
Yeah. The state's going to be crying about it anyway, so why not get something out of it? Otherwise, it's just more money that has to come out of us.
Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
You too.
How you guys doing? I'm with WFNT in Flint. Can I talk to you for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, Michigan, as you know, has a medical marijuana law. Are you pro or against?
Pro.
I'm against it.
Detroit has decriminalization for anybody over 21, and they can carry 2 ounces. Did you know that?
Yes.
No.
You did not know that. So you see that it hasn't affected your life in a dangerous way. Could I ask you why you're not a medical marijuana fan? If there any particular reason, bad experience?
It's just my life. That's what I chose to be.
So for other patients that need it, would it be okay if they used it in a responsible way?
Responsible is different.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Keith, St. Clair.
What's your stance on medical marijuana in Michigan?
I'm for it.
Do you know anybody that's a current card holder and uses medical marijuana?
No, I don't.
But you have no problem with responsible use for people that need it?
No, I voted for it.
Do you know that Grand Rapids is a decriminalized city? People can have up to 2 ounces with or without a medical marijuana card.
Yes. Well, you have to have a medical marijuana card.
You're actually decriminalized. Detroit, Grand Rapids, Jackson, there's a few cities that passed it a year ago. They can have with or without the card is what your city law now says. Did you know that?
Well, it's still against the law. It's just a fine, a small fine.
Decriminalized.
Right.
Absolutely. I thank you for your time, Mr. St. Clair. Have a great day.
Thank you.
This is Skunk Works.
All right, that was another riveting Man on the Street. We're going to go out today, the Woodward Dream Cruise. I didn't even mention that, but for all you car enthusiasts, the Woodward Dream Cruise is going on in Pontiac to Detroit on Woodward Ave today. So we're going to go out there and do some Man on the Street tonight. But right now, I have Ashley from Colorado. Ashley, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Ashley. Just to let you know, I've got Uncle Skunky sitting in today, and Chelsea, and myself, which you know me, I'm Ryan. So there's 3 of us, so if you hear different voices, I want you to know who you're dealing with.
Yes, hello.
Ashley, give me a little bit about where you're from and what your involvement in cannabis is. Introduce yourself a little bit here.
Well, my name is Ashley Weber, and I live in Longmont, Colorado. And I grew up in Longmont my whole life, and I was introduced to cannabis actually because I was in a car accident when I was 18, and one of my friends introduced me to it for my spasticity, and it has greatly changed my life for the better.
So, as a cannabis user, as a real patient, legalization has come to Colorado, obviously, and it's been that way for a while. Has that been a good thing for patients? Has it been a bad thing? How has it affected the medical cannabis community with legalization?
Legalization in Colorado has affected the medical community in a sad way. I don't have a problem with it being used recreationally, but I do have a problem with the way the taxes are on the recreational side of everything, and then that just gears the dispensaries to sell more towards the rec, and so they're just forgetting about the medical patients, and we're kind of being pushed aside, and we need to get that part under control before we actually start taxing it so people are wanting to head that direction instead of the medical direction.
Yeah, that is not fair, because it all started, this whole movement started because of the medicine, the medical properties, the healing, and that's not fair that you guys are being pushed aside at all.
Exactly, and where's the research? Where's the research being done to show and to prove all of everything that we know that cannabis does and how it heals, and we need to be using all that money that we are generating here in Colorado and using it towards funding research, but yet we're funding anti-marijuana campaigns and these anti-marijuana silent commercials that make absolutely no sense. And
a lot of the universities now all over the United States, the medical schools are now starting to teach about the endocannabinoid system in the brain, because a lot of us don't understand how it really helps. But, you know, the doctors get knowledge for medical schools, but nothing was ever taught to these doctors about medical marijuana, but it's now being taught in the medical university. So it is a movement that will be happening, but like you said, we're stuck right now, and the patients in Colorado really need this.
Exactly, and we need to rewrite our scientific book to include the endocannabinoid system, because if you do look at the brain chemistry, you will see that we have the exact same makeup that binds to the THC and the CBD. So it needs to be taught that we actually are deficient in it rather than addicted to it, if that makes sense.
Well, that makes perfect sense, I think, especially with CBD-only legislation going crazy, rampant
over
through the
United
country.
States,
I
yes.
think we got 12 states right now with CBD only, so definitely.
That is a huge thing that I am advocating, I guess, against, is the CBD bills only, because it needs to be a whole plant. It's a synergy. They both help in one way or another.
They need to work together. Yes, they do.
Absolutely.
They do. You need THC and the CBD.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It works in concert, and that's been proven time in and time out. What are some of the local organizations that are, helping you keep patients on the, top of mind for the lawmakers in your area?
Well, right now I am involved in so many groups. Let's see, I work with organizations like the Cannabis Patients Alliance and the PH Care and CPN, Guerrilla Healer. I'm on the board of the Colorado NORML, the Colorado Women's Alliance, and chapter leader of Parents for Pot.
Nice.
So that's my main thing, is educating the parents on how to talk to their kids about cannabis and also educating the families on how to use it. And if I don't know the answer, I will find somebody who does.
Wow, you are like the medical cannabis prophet.
Well, it's a community. We all work together, and I love the little tight-knit cannabis community that we have. It's great.
Well, that's just it. We all are in this together, and that's our theme song of this show, because it's so true. Whatever is good for you is good for me as a patient, and vice versa. It's when uneducated people or big pharma, come in with their personal agendas and start changing or taking away our rights. That's where the problem seems to lie.
Absolutely, and you can see it in Colorado, where the government has taken over with legislative. They're going against the drug endangered child bill that they put forward, the SB 177 and the SB 178 that we had to all gather at the Capitol together to fight against. And we had Team Landon, we had Dahlia's Law, we had so many families up there that the kids depend on this medicine. It's not just about adults. So would the adults that are giving their kids this medicine be charged with drug-endangered child abuse because they're curing their child? It made absolutely no sense. And then as far as dispensary-wise, they're going into selling the same amount of, I guess it would be 20 milligrams versus 100 milligrams for the same price, because now they can get more for their money with making less. So
isn't
there
that
again is the legalization part.
that seems to always be the way, is that dollar gets in the way of good common sense. We've got about 30 seconds here for you. I want you to take the last 30 seconds and give a shout out to anybody you want, any website you want to promote, anything that you want to tell our audience at this time.
Well, right now, tomorrow I am throwing a pool party / patient health care and I got this idea from so many moms and so many parents that needed to get together and talk about the success stories of cannabis. So I just wanted to create this serene day of peaceful and fun for the kids that suffer from epilepsy and cancer, and the moms and the dads and the families who have to be there in the hospitals and have to deal with all this. So come together for a pool party. And
Right. We're headed to break, Ashley. We're going to keep you on the line and let you wrap that up real quick when we come back. Stick with us.
oh, okay.
The Skunk Works Show, powered by Iron Laboratories.
The first Bibles, maps, charts, Betsy Ross's flag, the first drafts of the Declaration of Independence, and the Constitution were made from hemp.
Amen! 2 Steps Higher, your old school head shop, has your full selection of smoking needs. Water pipes, hand pipes, concentrate accessories, vaporizers, rolling papers, detox products, women's clothing, t-shirts, disc golf, skateboards, and hookahs, bitch! Hit us up for your Dirt Fest tickets, too. Check us out online at 2stepshigher.com or give us a call, 655-0032.
At Iron Laboratories, our mission is to apply the highest scientific standards to the testing of medical marijuana and derivative cannabis-based products. Iron Laboratories achieves this through the strict application of and adherence to methodologies that have been developed in research, regulatory, and academic settings. Consumer safety directs everything we do at Iron Laboratories. Our role as providers of product information to patients, caregivers, and producers is critical. The purity of the medicines that you put in your body is critically important, and we value the trust you put in us to evaluate and accurately report on these products. In addition, Iron Laboratories will continue to contribute to the industry knowledge base, setting benchmarks and establishing norms to create safer cannabis products. Give us a call at 248-313-9000 or visit our website at ironlaboratories.com. Again, that's 248-313-9000, ironlaboratories.com.
Folks, here's some food for thought. Every year, over 400,000 people die of illness related to tobacco use. Over 80,000 die from alcohol use. Over 30,000 die from reactions related to prescription medication. And more than 7,000 people die from the use of anti-inflammatory drugs such as aspirin. Aspirin. Do you know how many die from the use of marijuana? 0. No deaths can be directly linked to the use of cannabis. That makes it one of the safest substances available for medical use. Michigan Organic Solutions, Flint's premier medical marijuana consultants, is now offering compassionate doctor referrals. Get licensed for only $99. You only pay if you qualify. No medical records are required. Located at 3549 South North Highway, Suite 117, just across from the Dord Mall. Call 810-820-8953 or go online to make your appointment at www.miorganicsolutions.com. Consultations are free and your privacy is guaranteed. Log on now to www.miorganicsolutions.com.
The Skunk Works Show, powered by Iron Laboratories.
Attention all units, this is Sergeant Stadenko. Attention all units, this is Sergeant Stadenko. We are changing from a Code 3 direct pursuit to a Code 347. Completely lost due to incompetence.
All right, we're back, and we have Miss Ashley Weber. Are you still with us, Ashley?
Hi, how are you? Yes, I'm
Good.
here.
All right, we were in the middle of kind of wrapping it up. I've got 30 seconds for you to complete your thought. And
All right, well, the event is tomorrow from 4 to 6. I rented out the pool. Like I said, there's going to be patients there who suffer from epilepsy, cancer, and parents who just come and talk about the same stories and kind of just relax and chill at the pool. And then I have face painting and bouncy castles, and it should be a really great event. And then we're going to have a little group meeting and talk about all this, and PBS is actually going to be joining us. So
nice.
Very cool.
That's huge. Excellent. Thank you.
Yes, it'll be great.
All right, Ashley, as I said when we talked the other day, that we're definitely going to have you come back on if you're willing to do that, because I think there's so much more that you can tell us and maybe, educate the people here in Michigan before we go recreational on how to protect our patients. So I just want to say thank you for your time, for participating with us today, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
You have a wonderful day tomorrow, and we'll talk to you soon.
And thank you very much. And shout out to everybody who's donating everything tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank
We
you.
need more people like that in the community.
I'm telling you. Excellent. That was really cool. Right now, I believe we have Justin Jenkins on the line from not Washington, not California, but Oregon. Justin.
Third time is the charm.
That's it. Hey,
One of them states.
we live in the middle of the country in Michigan. Everything that's on the ocean in the West Coast is...
It's all the same.
It's all the same, man.
I was a Midwesterner. I used to think that was all one state. It's all California on the ocean, right?
It's Cala, Oregon, Wash.
Calawashigan.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. We just named your state. Let's make a flag. How's everything on the West Coast, my friend?
Oh, kind of drying out finally. Drying out and smoke's going away.
There you go. Yeah.
In the immortal words of the Eurythmics, here comes the rain again. Coming early this year.
I'm telling you, we just went, I don't know if you guys got the broadcasts out there, but Detroit was swamped last
I had
week.
National Guard driving down my street the next day after the rain. That's how bad it was. There's 2 people that died in my city because of the rain. Yes.
Ambulance couldn't get to them.
State police were scuba diving in the highways looking for cars that were abandoned. Like, it was really bad here in Detroit.
So we know what...
I feel like a guy living in the desert complaining about mountains out here. There's really nothing to complain about. We get sprinkles.
We get a lot of fires. We don't get that.
No, that is the most terrifying aspect of living out here. I will not lie to you. It's terrifying. Smoke settles in the valleys and can choke you out for days.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that is crazy.
Oh yeah.
There's all kinds of cool things going on. I know you're about, 300-400, actually like 700 miles away from Seattle. Is that right? Is that what you told me?
Unfortunately, so I have to drive quite a ways to get up there.
Okay. Well, you get around. Let's not be fooling anybody. You get around, my friend. He gets to Denver. He goes to North and South Dakota. He's all over the place. So
I'm hitting close to 40,000 this year.
Nice. And most of it's drive miles, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's crazy. So you're really close to the Emerald Triangle. Is that what I can assume?
Pretty much. We call ourselves the Emerald Corner out here.
Nice. So let's see. We're in September. So when's the big harvest really start for people out in your area for outdoor?
Right now, depending on your strains, I mean, if you got autoflowers, we are going into hard budding. You're pretty much going to be harvesting here in just a few short weeks, up to 4 weeks. Your indicas are really starting to begin the mid-flowering. The beginning flower stages were just a couple weeks ago, the real signs. So, yeah, we're transitioning along nicely right now. That's the only problem we have out here is the rain. Is now people are starting to have the mold issues.
Right. Yeah, that's a rip. I got a question for you. We've seen on shows like Weed Country and other shows to do with cannabis in the West Coast, an influx of workers that come to do trimming. Is that something that really happens? Do you see people come into, California, Oregon, Washington to do trimming in the fall and actually, is that a
like
real
migrant
job?
Trimmers?
Yeah, migrant trimmers.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well, in the rest of America, when they think migrant workers, they assume, South American countries, Mexico. I assume hippies from California.
Right.
Yeah.
Anybody leaving from one area to another is a migrant.
That's true.
Yeah, it is. It's really crazy out here. My phone blows up from old friends of mine from high school and stuff like, hey, give me a job. I'm like, no.
See, now I always joke around with my friends and tell everybody I would love to live on the West Coast. I would surf in the morning, do all my growing stuff in the afternoon, and then head to the mountains and do some snowboarding at night.
I hear that there's some new company that is like a staffing company for businesses and for local growers and
Justin Jenkins owns that company.
No.
I'm just kidding.
See, I'm very gullible. I almost believed that for a minute.
I always tell people it's all downhill once you live out here because usually you live on top of a mountain.
There you go. The only hard part is getting home if you're riding your bike. It's always fun to go to the neighbors, but going home stinks.
That's why I see a lot of hitchhikers. That's the way home, uphill.
Right. Excellent. Is there anything anybody you want to shout out to? How's that wife of yours? I saw you, I don't know, it was yesterday, the day before, he gave his wife his heart. This guy has got the coolest wife. These two are the coolest married people I've ever met in my life. Do you want to give a little shout out to the wife while you're on the air?
Yeah, my lovely wife, Jamie, she is my trusted sidekick / co-pilot. This lady puts on as many miles as I do and carries my heart every step.
She's
She's
cool.
an amazing person, and without her, honestly, I would be living in a cardboard box and not one of those fancy refrigerator ones, more than likely a microwave.
Well, thank God she's with you, because I don't want you living in a box. I just want to say, the only reason I speak about his wife like I know her is because I have met her in Denver, and she's cool as ice. I mean,
awesome.
she's an awesome lady, and they were just a cool couple. I mean, they just were. They've got this karma or, essence around them of just being cool people. So, I always want to include her in what we do. We're going to move along,
come on,
though.
my beard is blushing.
We got to move on to our Bud Report. We'll catch up with you in a couple weeks here, and thank you again for your time.
Absolutely love every minute of it, guys. I hope you have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All
Have
right,
a good
thank
one.
you. Take care. All right, now we've got Uncle Skunky, who's sitting here to my right with the Michigan Medical Bud Report.
Hello, everybody. This is Uncle Skunky from the Medical Bud Report. Coming out from the west side of Detroit, nice sativa Ghost Train Haze. Yes,
I love it.
another one of your favorites.
I swear, you read my mind.
Yes, Rare Dankness came up with this one. It's basically Ghost OG and Neville's Wreck. It's really got a nice sour, citrusy taste. It kind of has a flowery aroma. It's got a really potent kick of THC. Really good to knock out the pain and depression, and great for appetite, Also, another thing is it's like the low 20% for THC, which is decent.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
that. Okay, and then coming out of Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area, we have the Skywalker OG, which is an indica. Great to knock out the pain. It helps you relax into a sleep mode. That was also created from Amsterdam's Dutch Passion Seeds. They're a great company.
Yeah.
It's got a very sweet and fruity taste, and it's got like a blueberry smell to it.
I love the blueberry.
Yeah, so many strains are mixed with blueberry. It's just amazing.
Because it's good flavor.
But I guess, like, this Skywalker OG is the best. That's the California Skywalker that has the OG genetics to it.
Big, heavy, saturated, sticky buds.
Yes. And then coming out of mid-Michigan, over in this area, bubblegum. Yes.
Ooh, that's a blast from the past. I caught that in Amsterdam in 2001.
Yes, actually in 94, it was a Cannabis Cup winner.
Oh.
Second place in 95, and then it won a cup again in 99. So
Wow.
it won 3 times. And it took generations, I guess, to stabilize that bubblegum aroma and thing. Because if you smell real bubblegum, it should smell just like original bubblegum.
Right, like the Hubba Bubba, man.
Yeah, the pink
right
stuff.
on. That's right.
Yeah.
I love the pink stuff.
Yes, and it's
The gum. We're talking about gum.
very fruitful, and even got a skunky smell, but it's got a cheerful high. And the bad things is dry mouth and paranoia.
Uh-oh. I'm always paranoid whether I'm smoking medical cannabis or not.
No, there's certain strains I feel that bring on the paranoia.
They should call those Ryan strains.
Right, yeah. And then our last one coming out of the thumb area is permafrost. Yes, that's been a little bit of word on the street. Permafrost is a sativa dominant. It's a little bit of Bolto. It's got a little bit of the Trainwreck and the White Widow. And I got to try it because White Widow is...
Wow. My buddy has been rolling with the permafrost for like 3 years now. They won't get rid of it. I hate it. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I don't like the flavor. I don't like. It's just it's something I just don't like. It's everybody has personal preference. I'm not saying it's not potent. It's not good. It's just my personal preference. I don't like it. And they've rolled with it for 2.5, 3 years, and that is like their mainstay. that's their
And a lot
plan.
of people don't know this, but within 2 to 3 years, your genetics can kind of destabilize.
Oh,
or kind
absolutely.
of, degenerate.
Mhm.
There's techniques to keep it going, but
It's hermied out once or twice on them, and they started from the seed again, which I had been told that if you have a hermy seed, that your plant hermies. Didn't in this case.
No, usually you have an unstable plant. It might be hard to clone. It might not do what the normal strain would do.
Right
So
on.
yes, I've had people try that before, and it's just not that stable. So you really want to buy a feminized or a regular seed.
All right.
But that concludes Uncle Skunky's medical bud report.
Yay.
We love the Bud Report. I love it.
I do too.
And everybody, if you're not watching, you should watch, because the hat that Uncle Skunky has on now is worth watching.
And the glasses.
And the but the hat. I want the hat. But
Every week, right?
every week.
The Skunk Works Show, powered by Iron Laboratories.
Folks, here's some food for thought. Every year, over 400,000 people die of illness related to tobacco use. Over 80,000 die from alcohol use. Over 30,000 die from reactions related to prescription medication. And more than 7,000 people die from the use of anti-inflammatory drugs such as aspirin. Aspirin. Do you know how many die from the use of marijuana? 0. No deaths can be directly linked to the use of cannabis. That makes it one of the safest substances available for medical use. Michigan Organic Solutions, Flint's premier medical marijuana consultants, is now offering compassionate doctor referrals. Get licensed for only $99. You only pay if you qualify. No medical records are required. Located at 3549 South North Highway, Suite 117, just across from the Dord Mall. Call 810-820-8953 or go online to make your appointment at www.miorganicsolutions.com. Consultations are free and your privacy is guaranteed. Log on now to www.miorganicsolutions.com.
The real estate market is moving full speed ahead, so don't be left behind. Remember Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim Nowak with Century 21 Town and Country, and I'm here to help you whether you're buying your first home or thinking of selling and moving on up. Let me guide you in the right direction. Call me at 248-835-2992. Again, it's 248-835-2992, and my focus will be on your needs. Remember Kim.
At Iron Laboratories, our mission is to apply the highest scientific standards to the testing of medical marijuana and derivative cannabis-based products. Iron Laboratories achieves this through the strict application of and adherence to methodologies that have been developed in research, regulatory, and academic settings. Consumer safety directs everything we do at Iron Laboratories. Our role as providers of product information to patients, caregivers, and producers is critical. The purity of the medicines that you put in your body is critically important, and we value the trust you put in us to evaluate and accurately report on these products. In addition, Iron Laboratories will continue to contribute to the industry knowledge base, setting benchmarks and establishing norms to create safer cannabis products. Give us a call at 248-313-9000 or visit our website at ironlaboratories.com. Again, that's 248-313-9000, ironlaboratories.com.
The Skunk Works Show, powered by Iron Laboratories.
All right, you sat in again with the Skunk Works Show, and we appreciated your time. I hope you appreciated what we do for you, because this show is done for the people in the medical marijuana community. This is your show. If you want something, you tell us, and we're going to help you get it. If you want to call us anytime, it's 810-743-8255. Next week, we've got the 420 Nurses. Florida Bob from Flint, Michigan will be sitting here with us. We got some big announcements next week. This has been a NOAC Media production.
Do you smell that? What is it? The Skunk Works Show, giving you a scent of the truth.
Live every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. on WFNT.
News from the 420 Underground.
It's the Skunk Works Show.
smell that?
What is it?
The Skunk Works Show, giving you a scent of the truth.
Live every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. on WFNT.
News from the 420 Underground.
It's the Skunk Works Show.